Welcome back after the break. This is Reggae Highlights. Alan Brando right here with our UK General Randy Valentine
Boom.
in the building right now.
Boom.
And as we was talking previously, we was talking about the EP, which is forthcoming. You know, and then with this EP, what kind of vibe were you in whilst writing the songs, and what mode do you get in when you're writing songs?
I think.
Do you have to be in a particular mode? Do you see natural things and put pen to paper, or do you just have that creative mind to just sit down and just write songs, or do you just go by what everyday is?
Three. Oh, you gave me four examples there, and all those 4 examples are actually bits and bits that you sprinkle all over it. It's everyday things. It's what I'm going through. Sometimes I have to just lock myself away. Sometimes I say, "Yo, no phone card," and then I just go to somewhere else spiritually and just have conversations with myself, just to understand what I'm saying, so I know that what I'm saying is actually what I believe, and not just somebody else's ideas or somebody else's concepts on what life should be. And I don't even want to be an artist that come out and tell you what life should be. I tell you what I think my life should be like, and then if that inspires you, then you take that and then you can move in that direction. So that's why I don't want to be a dictator.
Okay.
Come on and say, yo, your lifestyle around, change it and follow me now, because that don't really make any sense. I don't understand that. So I go somewhere else spiritually, conversate with myself, and then I start writing, listen to the instrumental. Normally the instrumental speaks to me within the first few seconds, and whatever it is that I hear, it's straight away. How I do it sometimes, because I don't even write stuff down, I'll just play the rhythm, go into the studio, and the booth, put down my headphone, and just freestyle a melody. And through the melody, I'll normally mention 1 or 2 words. Through the 1 or 2 words, I'll normally get the concept and how I feel, and then I'll write a song of that. And that's how me write my thing now.
Okay, without letting out too much, production-wise, are you going for original sound, or are we going for a nowadays sound, or are we going in between?
We're merging.
How are you looking?
We're merging, because we can't leave the foundation out of the thing. It's cool. And then it's being co-produced also by Blender, Dreamer Blender, which is from Supersonic Sound in Germany, and he produces for Major Lazer and all these things. So him and then Riga Empire. So we have new sounds, new current stuff, but it's still reggae based. It's acoustic, got some acoustic songs on there that actually just makes you want to sit down and listen. I have something to say. I think I have something to say. I think if you give me a guitarist, I think I can tell you something.
Well, I tell you what, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing it, and I'm sure the viewers out there definitely are looking forward to hearing that. I recently bucked up on a Randy Valentine CD that was, very classical to me. In terms of, when I say classical, I mean like, I heard, nowadays format on an original format in terms of original rhythms. You know what I mean? So I'm saying to myself, that's good to see that, the artists nowadays are appreciating and acknowledging the original rhythms, which is, a lot of people don't really do that because they're going for that new sound. But, when I heard your mix CD, I pressed track 1, track 2, track 3, I heard foundation on top of foundation. So I said to myself, when I get the opportunity to meet you, I'm going to ask you, what made you decide, to tackle those foundation rhythms?
Well, for me, I can tell you the truth, there's so many different reasons and so many things that added to that decision being made. One of the main reasons was just we were in Panama, we did a show with Busy, and then my DJ now, Straight Sound, which is from Switzerland, we were in the hotel room, and then I played a rhythm. I don't remember which song I sing, and I just came through the hotel and I just started singing the song. Boom, and I said, yo, you know what? Of all the songs that you've been singing that I've known you so far, this is the first time I actually hear your voice sitting on a rhythm properly. That added to that. The next thing as to why I even love Foundation so much is when I came to the UK and I was doing a little DJing thing. I used to DJ in South Node, me and my dad. So it's me and my dad that used to DJ. And we go to this domino place where everybody is like 70 and 80. Remember the first time.
It'd be a predominant old school reggae play.
I'm gonna go up there, I'm gonna judge, and I'm gonna go ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling. And then say, how old are you? I'm say, cool. So from then, I don't know, I've always been surrounded
by you've had the original culture in your system from long time.
That training, man, I've had that training still.
So it must be a blessing to know that you can actually now deliver songs on those original foundations.
Sick, and be a part of it. So I feel like I know that this must be what success feels like, because I feel like I'm a part of something that's growing.
And what's the vibe you're getting from, around the world in terms of that CD?
Yeah, them love it. They're like, it's so nice. It's like a breath of fresh air to hear this new school kind of style, because I didn't really do the old school everything that how they did it back then. New school and old school rhythm, and it's kind of nice.
So how do you think the young people take to it, pertaining to it being, you know, foundation rhythms? Yeah. How do you think young people take to it?
I think they still like it. I think a lot of people like it because most people, when they listen to them tune as young people, all they say is, "Oh, this is the song my mom used to listen to. Oh, this is the song my dad used to listen to."
When they hear a familiar rhythm track.
So for them to hear like somebody of their age group saying, "Yeah," now they can say, "This is that song that Randy Valentine do," you know. So it brings it to them and give them a chance to be a part of it. So it's not just history, you know. It's not just old school. It's actually current. As old as it is, it's still current. You can listen to it and love it. So they get that feeling from it still.
What is your overall intake on, you know, like I was touching the reggae feel, the reggae subject, you know, what is your overall, you know, point on reggae music in England? Do you think enough reggae is being played in the UK?
Definitely not. And
why is that?
Boy, I don't know, man. I think mainly because the industry is controlled by corporate people. And the corporate people, I don't know, they don't really see much money coming out of reggae music. And for them, their main focus is finance. It's not about feeling. Reggae music is about feeling more than finance. For them, it's all to do with finance.
Because some people, you know, tend to want to put dancehall at the forefront. You know what I mean, in post to reggae.
Because there's probably more money.
But then originally, reggae was one of the biggest things. You know, it was more predominant than dancehall itself.
True.
Whereas enough of the dancehall artists would have a hit on a reggae rhythm mixed with singers on it.
True.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, where do you think? What do you think can be done, or what do you think should be done?
We need to put less focus on hype, you know, on just this hype thing, and to actually start thinking about feeling. You know, there's no feeling. I'm not saying that there's no feeling in dancehall music, but the majority of the music that's coming out now is all based on hype and based on what's popping. Okay, this is what's popping. It's not how it makes you feel. It's nothing to do with how it makes you feel. It's just, this is what's popping. This is what's hot. This is what everybody's supposed to listen to.
Would you say that's killing the music?
Yeah, it's killing it, because then again, when you do that, then you don't get a chance to focus on quality. So anything can pop. Anything, because the hype. Anything when you sing, if it have a hype behind it, it gone. So it's nothing to do with how you feel or what you're feeling. So I think if you put more focus on emotion, which is what reggae music is, then we'll get that in the radio.
Another question for you, Randy. You know, what is your take on your overall airplay from the DJs in the UK?
That's the next thing, same thing.
Do you think there's enough support there? Do you think there could be more?
Yeah, there could be more.
What's your honest opinion on that?
DJs need to start doing some more research and still stop, you know? I said don't play the hype tune because some people like the hype tune, and some people like the vibe. Sometimes you just want to drink and enjoy yourself, you know? But DJs also, they're the leaders of this thing. Because if I do a good song, it won't go out there if the DJ don't play it. And a lot of DJs, they come around and they say, yo, oh, come on, you know, where the good music. A lot of DJs complain about the way the music sounds, but when they go out to play, they're not trying to change how the music sounds. They're not trying to introduce anybody to anything that's got to do with emotions. No, everybody has said, well, right now, I'm my money and I'm money, I try to make some, I play with the people in my ear, so then go ahead and play them. Which may I say again, no disrespect to what I want to play. But if you really believe that you want to change how it sounds, then be that change. You're a DJ. You say this is happening, people listen to you. So if you come and you say, yo, I really listen to what I do right now. It's time for your thought thing, boy. Your inner self, it's time for your thought thing, boy. Something positive. This is what it is. They will follow.
Another question, Randy. You know, like I always ask this question to most UK artists when I get the opportunity, because and most Jamaican artists as well, because you know, some people have it that Europe is the new home of reggae.
Yeah.
And I always like to get the opinions of the artists of what they think, because you know, in Europe right now there seems to be a big injection of reggae. There's reggae festivals, you know, reggae is played in the clubs more, you know, so a lot of people base Europe as the new home of reggae. What do you think about that?
It's like
tricky question, but
it's not even a tricky question. It's the same answer I give you the last question.
Yeah.
You see, people in Europe, I remember performing on the stage, and when I got off the stage, a girl that came up to me that she barely spoke any English. She said to me, I don't know, but when you were doing the acapella thing, it's like you're a magician. And it's not because how it sounds sweet, she said because she can close her eyes and it made her feel something. I remember feeling that when for me, one of the best shows I've ever seen live is the Chronic show. I'm watching it and I said, it was the same feeling that I got. I stood there and I was lost for a minute because he actually made me think when, from a normal level, so when anytime I go in the show, it's all about jump up and put you under the air and hype. In Europe, they pay that attention to how the music makes you feel. Another guy came up to me and said, yo, reggae music is one of the only music will make him feel like I'm a meditate when I'm there in our party. Like, you get people come to me and say these things and then I'm saying, this is what they want to hear.
So would you now say that reggae is supported more in Europe?
I need to travel the world a little bit more first. See? See? What can I say that? But if you see from where we sit,
so
far, they love it in Europe, man. They love it.
So, you know, like how you on that subject, what is your airplay like in Europe?
Nice. Go to Germany. They know it there. I got like a number one.
See, it's not cutting you, but straight away that sounds more uplifting than what's going on here.
Yeah, you know. And maybe it's got to do with the fact that I wasn't really on the circuit here in the UK, because the way like my team is out there in Europe, just every day say, yo, Randy Valentine, listen, and you gave it to the right people, and then everybody else will listen. Here, I don't know, man. I don't think we paid too much attention to the UK.
Because right now there seems to be a big buzz for Randy Valentine in Europe. You know, every sound,
it's true.
Every audio that I hear from the sounds, I'm hearing dub plates. Yeah. I'm hearing 45s. I'm hearing a lot of Randy Valentine in Europe. I'm hearing the sounds and when we're linking and we've got certain links in Europe and they're saying, yo, Randy Valentine, he's from your place, and stuff like that, which is a good look. I'm loving the vibe, but obviously we know that this Europe and London thing is a different speed. It's a different speed. 100%. As you said, in London, the DJs need to. They need to do something pertaining to getting more reggae in the market.
We need the DJs, we need the artists, we need the people. There needs to be that unity. There needs to be that community of people. When you're as me as an artist, we can't boss and then say, this is my own. That would never work. We've been like this. God will take you back. I'm sure of that.
So Randy, influences. Who are your
influences? So many different influences. So many.
Do you have a greatest influence?
I've got 2, 3. I give 3. My female one, Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
I will never stop mentioning that lady's name. Tracy Chapman. Then you have Sam Cooke, and then my main reggae influence, Lucky Dube.
Okay.
Lucky Dube's cheer from South Africa. I remember when they told me that guy passed away, I didn't want to believe it. And I sat down and I cried for like 2 hours. Because that was my mentor in music. Inspiration. Guy I really wanted to meet.
Yeah.
If I want to meet anybody, more than I want to go shake Jesus and like so.
Yeah.
I want to go meet Lucky Dube and say, yo, bless. And just say thank you. Because he helped me a lot. How can I be maybe, 11, being in Jamaica and understand the words of Prisoner. I'm a prisoner, and listening to it, not knowing who it is, but I know the song, and I remember hearing this song being played in the house, and that's one of my favorite songs as well.
Because sometimes when we mention influences, some people say, they might have, Bob Marley as their influence and this and that person as their influence. But you see, when I say influence, I mean like when you do your music, do you incorporate any of your influences in your music?
Yeah, still true. I do that. I do it for the tone for Tracy. I take the tone and then the performance and the singing, and maybe sometimes it's dressing up style for Sam Cooke. And then with Lucky Dube, it's all about the feeling. So I think about how it feels. I think about how it makes you feel. And I put a lot of that, especially now, into the music that I'm writing now. I put a lot of that into it. So feel, man. Feeling, how you feel.
I hear that.
Yeah,
but Randy Valentine, we know you're a busy guy.
Yeah.
So just let us know what's the schedule been like. What's the itinerary been like for the last couple of months. Man. I know you're a busy guy.
So did a lot, man. Just finished the Evolution tour. We also went to Panama. I think we did we did over 30 shows. Did like 19 countries. 19 countries over Europe. So, holy bro.
And what was the vibe like over Europe?
Every other show is love. Every show is love. People want to hear you. And it's nice, and it feels good to know that people want to hear good music.
For the viewers out there looking right now, you know, let's let them know where you're going to be performing in the next few weeks or so, or next few months. What's the itinerary like?
So we're planning another tour again to go through Europe. I'm also planning to go New York City this time to do some more shows in New York, and we're still finalizing the Japan tour. We've got some more information. We're still building that, but that's all due to happen this year. We've got the Germany tour that's coming up with Jugglers, and I have to big them up because they're one of the main reasons as to why I'm even being played in Europe, because they supported the thing before anybody else knew it, and they were just there say, yo, and Riga said, listen to this tune. I'm like, yo, it's mad. Like, imagine me coming into a place, I'm surrounded by a lot of white people. I'm like, yo, blessings, you know? And I come to him and say, yo, man, wagwan. I'm like, it's like this. It's love. They love it. And when they hear it, they're like, yo, no, people need to hear this.
Okay. Anything in the pipeline for the UK?
For the UK, we've got shows coming up for the UK. We've got something planning between April. We're planning for April and March again, around the time of the release of the EP. So we just need to finalize a date for that.
Okay.
I'm not leaving out the UK. It's not that I wasn't born or raised here, but I live here. So more than anywhere else right now, this is home to me. So I can't leave out the UK in my music.
Definitely. Well, I tell you what, Randy Valentine, thank you very much for coming on the Reggae Highlight Show. You know, we wish you all the best for the rest of 2014 and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
As you know, you're an artist doing it great.